Dur bir dur. Herkes oturtmadan nerede?
Baştan ben de canlıya gelmeniz olmazsa selam falan diyelim.
Açık mı şey?
Hello.
Görüyor musun?
Hayır.
Gördüm. Amca ne yapıyor? Bak adam biraz
Ne anlatacağız peki?
Numaran 24 atmış.
Yeah, sorry about all the confusion today. We had
Abi geçmeyin. Ben bu adamı çok seviyorum.
a tremendous amount of video conferences, a lot of problems.
We cannot hear you.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Çünkü bağlı değil hoparlörü.
Yo şu an çıkışa bağlı. Şuradan aç bak şu sağ alttan. Bak şuradan hoparlör sesine ver. Bas onu.
Yok kanka açılırsa şimdi.
Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah. I said we've had a lot of different video conferences and a few.
Atasın neresinin tarihini anlattı hiçbir şey diyormuş.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay.
Yeşil oluyor işte.
Oh, good. I was saying we started video conferencing about, oh gosh, 5 hours ago or whatever now, and we've had some difficulties with some of the schools because some of the schools of power has been out, especially in East Africa. So I really appreciate you guys coming on today to do this. We were supposed to be talking about education, and I don't know who's going to be joining us. So maybe we'll have some schools from Romania, but they came on around 4, and I don't know. Did you have some videos for today, or yes?
We have a slide presented.
Oh, good, yeah. Let's go ahead.
Nereden başlıyordu? Buradan mıydı? Nereden? Buradan.
Sunumu aç, alttan sunumu aç, sonra onu al kardeşim.
Ya bak en üstteyim. Ben şunu. Ya abi şurada işte, kör musun?
Adam böyle olsun.
O ne?
Omega değil ki o.
Şuradan başlıyorlar. Ekrana aç onu. Açsana kanka. Hadi ekrana.
Bana öğretiyorum.
Tam minimizlikten çıkacak ama bas. Bas. Ya başla. Bir daha diyeceğiz. Ekran göstereyim. Bas.
Yapma ya.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Bazıları benden mi? Sen başla.
Kindergarten. Pre-primary education includes the optional education of children between 36 to 72 months who are under the age of compulsory primary education. Pre-primary education institutions, independent nurseries are opened as nursery classes and practical classes within formal and non-formal education institutions with suitable physical capacity. These are pictures. So, really, services related to the pre-primary education are given by nurseries, kindergartens, practical classes opened first and foremost by the Ministry of National Education, and by day centers, nursery schools, daycare houses, child care houses, and child care institutions opened by various ministries and institutions for care or education purposes based on provisions of 10 laws, 2 statutes, and 10 regulations. Statuses, sorry.
Students who are approximately 6 months and older are required to start primary school. In this respect, the age of onset of education is 5.5 years. Of course, it is useful to ignore the other conditions here, because every child will not be able to show the same development. It is useful for families not to be persistent and obsessive about this issue. The year of this project was determined by the Ministry of National Education as 4 years. The first 4 years of the school years starts with the curriculum. Of course, this project has been impressive gradually.
Middle schools are places where students receive education according to what kind of education they want to get. The purpose of middle schools are to give education according to the students' interest and what job they want to do in the future. This is why students get extra lessons. Which students speak religion, literature, original languages, science, arts, sports, and social skills. A student can pick whichever lesson they want to read for 8 hours a week. The lessons aside from the ones that are obligated can be picked by the student or guardian according to choice. In order to get into a high school, eighth grade students getting a high school entrance exam, and according to the points they earn, they put in high school. This exam is nationwide.
High schools are institutions that provide students with broader general and professional culture. Public schools in Turkey are also free. High schools are mainly divided into 2, boarding schools and normal schools. Boarding high schools are for meeting the accommodated needs of the students from the other cities. These high schools have dormitories. Students can benefit from these dorms free of charge or for a very small fee. Students who graduate from high school are required to take a university entrance exams for university education. Anyone who has a high school diploma is eligible to take this exam. High schools are divided according to the education they get. High schools in Turkey provide training in different areas. This is a picture of our school. Anatolian high schools. In order to be able to study in an Anatolian high schools, at the end of 8th grade, entrance exams for high schools is done. Anatolian high schools provide education on science and social studies. In these schools, science and or social studies are sometimes taught in foreign languages. The education period of these high schools is generally 4 years, but in some high schools, this period can be up to 5 years. In Anatolian high schools, providing 5 years of education, 1 year a student learns a foreign language, and the next 4 years focus on science and social studies courses. Science high schools, private or public schools for students who are skilled in these fields of science. In these schools, students focus mainly on science courses. Graduates of these schools are mostly university graduates in engineering and medicine. The only differences from the Anatolian and social science high schools are the intensity of the courses on social sciences. Students who want to study in science high schools are required to take the entrance exam for high schools at the end of the 8th grade. Imam Hatip High Schools, in addition to their regular education at high school level, they are the high schools established for the purpose of raising religious officials, especially Arabic and Quran. Students who study at Imam Hatip High Schools get extra points if they make a choice related to their departments in university. Entrance exams. These extra points are not valid for the exams of international students. Open education high schools. In contrast to normal high schools, the students are only enrolled in high school exams and do not have to attend school, especially TC citizens who live abroad receive education from these schools. As part of the Western European Open High School program, which is affiliated to Anadolu University, TC citizens are considered as having graduated from high schools abroad and have international student status.
University education. University exam consists of 3 seasons. The first is the basic qualification, the second is the private qualification, and the last is the foreign language test. If you want to be an engineer, doctor, or scientist, chemist, you must enter math science department, elective and private professors and math science subject. If you want to become an archaeologist and physicologist, you must take the literature social department, elective and private professors and literature social subject. There is also literature math for architect, lawyer, etc. In the basic qualification test, 180 points are required to take the next exam. Universities are 2, 4, or 6 years long. To study in other cities, there are dormitories, state or privileged.
Hi, I am Basar. Important people from Turkish education. Farabi. He inspired from West and studied philosophy. He categorized science in 3 parts: math, physics, and metaphysics. He explained sound with air values, so he understood how to make musical instruments. This is a picture. Kashgar Mahmud. He is the oldest Turkish language researcher. He wrote Divan Lügat to teach Turkish. This book is the first dictionary and grammar book. He was also teaching geography and history. Ibn Sina. He studied maths, logic, and astronomy. His research is about maths. He also studied philosophy and physics. His book, A Canon Fixer, was used as a medicine book in school. Mustafa Necati. He is the first well-known education minister. In 1914, he started to teach laws and literature. This is a picture of Atatürk and Mustafa Necati. Refet Angan. She is the first woman teacher of Republic of Turkey. She inspired girls to study. This is a picture of Atatürk and Refet Angan. Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. He changed the education system left from the Ottoman Empire. In 1926, boys and girls started to study together. In 1928, new Turkish alphabet was accepted. Education is the most important and productive mission of a government. Said. This is a picture of Atatürk. That was all for today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. That was very interesting. It said 1928 the Turkish language changed. How was it before 1928? What's the difference?
It was using Arabic alphabet, then we changed it to Latin alphabet. It was Arabic.
Oh, okay. And my next question would be, what type of high school do you have?
We have an Anatolian high school. There was a picture after the slide.
Yeah, no. Most of the high schools, like, it seems like it's like, was it built for a high school and they just built it look like, there's a picture. How many stories? How many people go to that school? How many kids go, students?
800, 900.
Wow. And how many do you have in each class?
The most is 30, but it's normally 27.
That's really neat. And how many classes do you have a day?
8.
Okay. And how long are your
8 hours.
classes?
Uh, 40 minutes.
Okay. And do you have, how long for lunch?
It changes on Fridays it's 50 minutes, normally it's 40 or 45. 40.
Oh, wow. And what time do you start school?
9 o'clock.
And what time do you get through?
4.
Okay. That sounds that sounds fairly nice. Now, where is this located in Versra?
And Niederfash.
And how many students graduate there each year?
The 12th grades are approximately 200, around 200, 300.
And would it be safe to assume that most of those people stay there all 4 years?
Yes. Most of them go to private high schools on 12th grade.
Oh, okay. So you and what would the private high school have to offer that you guys don't?
They have more lessons. It's
Okay.
more strict. They go to school on the weekends too, both days. It's really.
And then the idea would be is that they would help prepare for your entrance exam for university?
Yes.
And what universities are you guys wanting to go to?
I don't have an idea yet. It's gonna depend on what I pick next year.
Oh, okay.
Go to Istanbul.
And how often do you have your English lessons? Do you have English lessons every day?
In 9th grade, it's 6 lessons per week, but it's normally 4. Yes.
Wow. And how many languages can you speak?
We also learn German next to English, but it's not as much as English.
Mm-hmm. So sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Sorry?
Yeah, you can speak, sprechen Sie Deutsch? You can speak German?
Not really.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, go ahead. And can you speak Arabic?
No.
Okay, okay. Well, we pronounce it Arabic here, but I don't. Now, how hard is Turkish for you guys to? I mean, in English, we have classes in English all the way through 12th grade for the regular students. Now, I guess you'd have a Turkish class every day too, correct?
It's 5 hours or 6 hours. 5.
Oh, wow. That's really neat. And when you take your exams will all be in Turkish?
Yes, except the foreign languages.
Okay. And in the foreign language exam, what kind of things do they test you over?
It's mostly grammar in English, and German it's grammar again. Same thing.
Okay. Did you have to do English literature or anything?
Not really.
Okay. And is there an oral part to your exam, or is it all written?
It's all written.
Okay. And how long and how many questions are these normally?
English is 4 pages.
Okay. Not too terribly bad. And what type of scores do you have to go on to the university?
It actually depends on the university entrance exams, and 30% of the points we get are depending on our points.
Okay, now here in the United States, universities are very, very expensive, and many people go at great debt to get into university. In fact, I think we lead the world in student debt. It's not unusual for somebody to graduate from college and have $100,000 or more in debt. How much does it cost to go to a university there in Turkey?
We have private universities and normal public universities. It depends on what you get into. You can get a scholarship too here.
Right.
So I don't really know what the prices are, but they are a lot still.
But I'm sure it's not near as expensive as it is here in the States.
I can't.
Okay, no, I understand. It's no problem. And how close is your nearest university?
We have a university in Bristol University. It's a couple of stops away on train.
Okay. And do you offer any university courses there at the school? At your school? Okay. At our school, we start having classes to where students can take high school classes and college classes at the same time. Do you guys have anything like that yet?
I couldn't understand the question. Can
Okay.
you ask it again?
And here at our school, you can enroll in a university class and still be in high school. And they bring university teachers over here to teach the students. Do you have anything like that?
We don't.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Do you have any like advanced placement classes or IB classes there?
It's normally we don't. If you're real smart, maybe you could like pass a grade, but I didn't see anybody pass a grade.
Okay. That sounds pretty good. Because you have some very dynamic teachers, and everybody I've ever met from your school has always been so sharp. So you must be doing a very good job.
Yeah.
Now, I also know that many of your students are very musically inclined. Do they have band classes there too?
We do. We have music and arts classes. We pick which one we want to see each year. It's like 2 hours a week.
Oh, wow. That's nice. And what other kind of elective classes do you get to take?
It depends on the choices again. It's 8 hours a week, I think. Yes,
Oh,
8
wow.
hours a week.
So do you have quite a bit of freedom to choose what you can take, or is it pretty limited?
It's kind of limited. It's just the most is 10. I don't really know what kind of number it is, but I listed some of them here.
Uh-huh.
Wait, no, it's not here. It's yeah.
Okay. I don't know when other people are supposed to be coming on, and that's kind of sad today because I'm recording this so they can take a look at it, so I really do appreciate that. Do you feel like, have you talked to people who've graduated and gone on to the university?
Oh yes, we did. We have presentations when they come to school and talk about what university they got into and what it's like to be there.
Yeah, I think, is it Fatif? Isn't he in Sweden somewhere going to school?
Sorry, can you repeat it again?
Yeah, I think it's Fatif. He graduated last year or so. Isn't he in Sweden going to school? Well, never mind. It's my fault. Okay, I really appreciate you guys showing us today. You did a very, very good job.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, I'm always amazed. I probably told some of you I love learning a lot more about Turkey, and especially your little part of Turkey, and your schools. It's amazing. Ataturk really changed a lot about education. I would assume that pre-Republic that education wasn't as good for the masses of people until afterwards, but that might just be assumption on my part. And I've been watching a bunch of Turkish television, so I feel like sometimes I understand a little bit, but I had no ideas about this. How difficult are those tests to do well in?
University exam tests?
Yeah.
Or normal?
The university exam.
They get harder each year.
Okay, and is there a lot of pressure on you guys to do well?
It depends on what kind of person you are. If you want to get into university, it depends on what kind of person you are.
Yeah,
Some
and
people just like get into the test. They don't care about anything.
what that pretty much determines how you do on your career too, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But some, like I said, some people don't care about it. They just like actually come to think about it after they're like out of university.
Yeah, that's happened here in the States too, but it's unfair. It seems like they put a lot of pressure. But we sure do appreciate today, and thank you so much for staying later.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Oh, God.